I'll call the meeting to order. Welcome everyone this morning.
Make a motion to approve minutes from previous meeting.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve minutes. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Is there any need to change the
Unfortunately, no. Nothing to amend.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
The motion's been made and seconded to approve the agenda. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have kind of two drainage items today. Is Renee going to come up at 10:15 or?
No.
We have a drainage claim agreement for joint drains with BV County.
Before we get to that, this is a bill to INS Group for $19. Keep that in mind, and that'll talk us into the next portion of this 10:15 phone call. So, I need a motion to approve that.
And what is that for?
Drainage watchman.
I'll make a motion to pay drainage claim of $19 for the watchman.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the drainage claim for $19. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
In 2009, this board and Calhoun County Board of Supervisors developed an agreement that the control county has the authority to pay bills up to $500 on those joint drains. We thought we had it with Buena Vista County, but we don't. And so we asked Buena Vista County to consider that. We got all the drainage warrant interest rates established, and that's all taken care of. But we didn't address this minimal claim business with Buena Vista County. And so I texted or emailed the Buena Vista County Auditor the other day and asked her, I thought we had it with them as well as Calhoun. She couldn't find it, we couldn't find it, and I said, well, maybe your board would want to consider that, and then we could approve it here pending the approval in Buena Vista County. And she said, no, I'd rather have the boards talk about it. That's what this drainage claim agreement with BV, they're going to call it 1015. And that's what it's all about. And that's the language we have with Calhoun County. That, and it just makes life a lot easier if you're the control county and you don't have to. Sometimes you got to run to 3 other counties to get approval for a $19 bill.
Do we want to go ahead and take care of this spray contract, or is that?
That's it. You just did.
Oh,
$19.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
I thought we had a bigger.
No.
All right.
So that's the entire agenda.
We'll recess them until.
Rick?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Paul Burton from Buena Vista County.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, you guys got a note to call you at 10:15 discussing drainage.
Yeah. We've had a policy with Calhoun, and do we have it with anybody else?
No.
Where we had made an approval that the control county on a drainage bill could pay the bill up to a maximum of $500. In one example that we have here today, we've got a joint county one for $19. And I guess we were hoping to have the discussion with your board about possibly considering doing that for whomever might be the control county.
Is that 274? I was looking at our claims. Is that, you know, is that joint drain 274?
We'll tell you in a second here.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
main open ditch.
Okay. I don't know if you noticed on the, I guess while we're talking about that one, when B&W's submitted their spray, they're supposed to be on the spray rotation this time. There's a petition being sent around by, well, they've got all the landowner signatures except one on that drain district that they want to take care of their own brush control of that. I don't know if they've had issues with Don's company or something. So if you look on the claims which we had, or at least on the spray schedule, they were left off that for this year. They were up on that. And we haven't talked to you about that one yet, but have been contacted. And I don't know if you're the control county of that or if we are.
274 is a VV county.
They are filing a petition to have that taken off the spray.
On 274, you guys are the control county.
Okay. And yeah, so they're going to be getting, but we also have to have, when we get that, we'll also have to have approval from you. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on that one that they are. It's I think a 3-mile open ditch that they're. And like I said, they when they contacted me last week, they've got all the signatures of all the landowners except one that's in Sac County. But on this petition to have that taken off, so I didn't know what the, and I don't know what the $19 was. So,
It was a watchman's fee for something.
okay.
Actually, it's for spray on 274.
Oh, it was a watchman's fee for spray on 274, I guess.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
if you guys, if you guys are comfortable with those landowners taking care of it, I know, you know, there's been times I think over the years that they kind of went to this because some folks would take care of it and some didn't, and then we had a mess. You know?
Yeah, and I know they've been very active about it. He's been up and you know, they've talked as a group and they've made multiple requests. This is the, I guess now that we're back into this is the 3rd year now in the rotation, and they gave me another reminder. We kind of just left it that way the last time it was in the rotation, and you know, they'd already asked us, so I need something formal, so they are in the process of getting a petition together, at least on that one. So, I mean, I'm comfortable with those guys taking care of it. They're all, you know, they're all the landowners, so it's not like they're a tenant that could change or something. And I mean, anything can change, but at least at this point, that's what they're asking for.
And you know, that is for the absentee landowner. That might be a concern, but right now it probably isn't.
We want the landowner. We didn't want, you know, and tenant, but they're all landowners. There's no landowner tenant. I think everybody on both sides of that ditch is a landowner from what they told me. So.
Okay.
But that was just another, I guess, as long as we were talking about 274. And I know our issue is back to the policy on under $500, which I don't know if anybody here has an issue or no problem.
Okay. Do we need to have
Actually, if you just have a separate motion from each board, and then we can correspond to minutes back and forth.
Okay.
That'll take care of it.
Did you hear that, Paul?
Yeah, that was, yeah, Jim, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll, we can do that. We'll make that a part of our record, that if you guys are willing, we'll do that too, and then.
Okay.
That'll work.
That'll be just fine. Know anything else?
Well, probably something we can't discuss.
Okay, all right.
I can see you later, I'm sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Paul.
Thanks, everyone.
Paul.
Just push the,
Yeah.
Okay, we I would entertain a motion to the effect that the control counties for SAC and BB can agree to approve claims for less than $500.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Did you guys want any explanation of this? It's just any, instead of chasing each other for dinky claims like this, the control county will have the ability to give the approval to pay those. So. Anything else, Jim?
that's all I have.
Okay, we will recess until the engineer arrives. We'll go out of recess and let's end here. Engineers, I guess.
Do you guys have a number, DOT number, a farmer on 196 asked me how he's gonna get to his field with the construction. And is there a number he can call to communicate with?
Kevin would be the best guy, wouldn't it? He's the only kinda,
Probably.
I don't have his number on my phone.
And Zach, do you have a cell phone number
I do,
that we could have?
yep. 712-790-1617.
Reminds me that pre-construction minutes from
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
DOT. Kevin is, what is he, a senior inspector out there, I think.
I think so.
His cell phone number would be 712-261-1160. He might refer him to the contractor, because it's the contractor's responsibility to get him in and out.
He's the one that's on site every day and in the know, I guess, as far as the DOT side.
County crews patching potholes and paved roads throughout the county, graveling roads in Cedar Township south of 250th Street, placing gravel on granular roads stressed by the extra semi-traffic adjacent to the Highway 196 reconstruction, and roads experiencing manure application traffic. Weather permitting, additional snow equipment will be removed this week. Sounds like we might have to use it this afternoon.
Are we gonna get some here?
Well, Mike, I just talked to Mike a little bit ago, and he said it sounds like it's gonna maybe start out as rain, but then it's gonna turn to snow. Last T-Bird was there, part of the county might get some snow up to a couple inches, it sounds like, so. He said that the Highway 3 corridor is supposed to get 2 to 4, and we're on the south edge of that, so how far?
I guess it's better now than having it after I plant corn, which I've done before.
Laying gravel roads building driveways in Richland and Cook Township, repairing numerous culvert separations, restocking culvert pipe inventory, scheduling tile repairs. Nothing really new on the project status. Highway 96 update. Basically, they've been getting us haul routes that they want to use for hauling material in. We've got the ones from PCI pretty well reviewed, and we'll probably approve them tomorrow, and that's all they're hauling. Fill sand and $2 pit there on D46. They've got a haul road on 270 to go from 196 over to Wirch's area there. He's going to supply some borrow for building the road up.
I was gonna ask you, where are they getting the borrow?
That's 3 different places, isn't there, or 4? They were actually talking about another one, I think, at that last meeting, but.
The rest of them, well, let me back up. Our understanding at the meeting last week was that PCI was going to, was working on a contract with Moyna to do the south part of the project. And so we haven't seen any haul road information from Moyna yet. What we've seen is from PCI, and I know in the Luco area, there's something, I think on the east side of the road, the way I took it, that they were gonna get borrow somewhere there.
They can strip, they can strip.
There's kind of a patch
Strip above gravel and haul it and not have to.
I guess I haven't driven down there, so I don't know where they're, I think they,
You say if it's on the 196 road across from Luco, there's kind of a pasture.
Pasture knob area,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the areas that they're looking at.
Okay.
but the
It's-
Wirch's borrow area was the only one we know that's not directly on 196. But again, we haven't heard anything from the Moyna people, so I don't know on the south end.
There's one small one up on Old 20 D36,
Yeah.
just to the east there, that they're looking to get a little bit from, I believe.
South side of the road, I think. I assume they're taking one of them knobs down.
Just past the building site there.
So they bought that acreage right there in that one spot on the east side. When they got right away the house.
Well, but we're talking about north of the bridge, right next to Old 20.
Oh, north?
Yeah, right on Old 20 on D36.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That'd be the only other.
That would be the dirt for north of the bridge, is basically what that
Right.
would be.
To build up the ramp up to the,
We were,
What's the
just,
slope gonna be?
yeah,
36 when it comes up to the new constructed.
do we have to be
lines?
concerned about that?
How steep's that gonna be?
I don't have plans with me to tell what that was for sure.
I'm not sure I got the right subdivision.
I guess 196 coming up to D36 is gonna be, I think they're raising that bridge, so that's gonna be less steep than what it is now. How much the actual intersection is changing, I don't know if it's changing a whole lot, is it, Ron?
If you look north of there, Zach, to new constructed, there's almost an 8-foot difference road bed to road bed. You know, if you're in the center of the intersection on 36 and you look north,
Okay,
It goes up a little
quite a
bit.
bit.
I don't know, I mean,
Well, we don't need to know right now, but we were just wanting to draw it to your attention because it looks like it's gonna be raised quite a bit.
Well, the intersection.
We don't want something to come up and then,
Right,
The intersection was gonna go up 2.5 feet,
oh,
is what I thought.
I didn't think it was anything real substantial.
oh, okay.
so how far will they back off and replace D36 to make that incline then?
I thought I had that here, but I don't.
Just had to, if I had to guess, it'd be 200 or 300 feet, but I don't.
I think it's further than that.
If it
Cool.
is further than that, it might be.
Whatever we can get them to replace, the better for
Right.
us.
I mean,
I think on the west
Greenish
side,
driveways.
Probably.
I think on the west side, they're coming almost back.
Galvers.
Well, it's about the east side of Galbraith's barn.
Oh.
Because if they're gonna raise it, that would get it about level.
2.5 feet, I thought they'd have to raise it.
No, I think 2.5 feet is what I remember before, and I haven't got the right set of plans with me.
That's still quite good.
What kind of bridges are they steel truss or are they, the concrete wafer construction?
I think they're concrete.
I haven't looked at the bridge plans at all.
I thought they were concrete, but I guess I'd have to double check that.
Like the bridge we just built. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Concrete slab.
Yeah, you form plywood, and
Yeah.
Right.
got a lot of rebar in it.
For the deck and, yep.
I was thinking Chris said something though about asking about how they're gonna put beams in there, so I'm not sure it isn't a concrete beam bridge.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's metal beams and concrete. Yeah.
It might be a concrete beam
It
bridge.
could be.
Long enough, you get to a point where there's slab bridges, you can only go a certain length between piers, and I think it's getting long enough out there that they.
Sure.
And of course, they've got plenty of height. Typically with our bridges, we're concerned about the height, and when you put a beam in there, you're adding another 3 foot, and when you're trying to get above 3 foot above high water with your bridge, then all of a sudden, then you gotta build up and go over your stream, where here, they're plenty high in the air. So I'm thinking kind of beam bridge, but.
I think you're right, now that you say that, Ron, because they were talking about where they were gonna try to keep those beams until they're ready for them, if they came in right when they needed them, if they were gonna put them in a staging area somewhere, because they're pretty long. But still will all be concrete.
I noticed that I've been gone for a while, and that big pile of concrete they took off 59 last fall, where they ground all that up.
Yep.
Yep.
Got it all crushed.
How much did it cost to grind that up?
I didn't ask Mike what he tell you what it was costing.
I don't think so, I'll have to
Some-
ask him.
One of my constituents asked me.
If I was to guess, I'd guess about $5 a
A ton.
ton.
How many ton are in that pile?
Oh, boy, I don't.
Looks pretty good.
Does it look?
Yeah.
After it's gone through.
I think they were trying to separate, I think they were trying to separate the dirt out of it, so it didn't be so much dirt into it. But you never get it all out, but
Doesn't look like there's a lot of dirt on it.
I think they were trying to separate it out with a screen before they crushed it, so. Or I should say screen, but I think you call it a grizzly. They drop the stuff in the dirt,
Yeah.
it slides off, and big chunks go.
It's kind of good they got it down. From an aesthetic standpoint, instead of a big pile, it's kind of shrunk down there.
It's a usable pile now
Yep.
compared to a non-usable pile.
The only other haul roads, I guess, they talked about, in addition to getting dirt from Worcester, they're also gonna pump water out of a pond of his down there to use to control dust, I think, on the project, and then also to, if they need to wet they gotta have the right moisture contact when they go to compact that fill, and so if they need to wet the fill, they'll pump water out of there. They did include going around, going west to the road and north up to, across the river to one of those ponds where Jason Crafts lives, so. But that's only if they can't get enough water out of the other pond.
They get a permit from the DNR, take that water
I
out.
think when they're taking it out of their own ponds, they don't have to.
Yeah, if it's out of a pit or a pond, I don't think they have to. If it was out of the river, then they would have to.
So it ties into irrigation. You pull water out of the pond, out of a gravel pit. It's a different permitting process with the DNR.
I guess I don't know. I know if they're pulling it out of the river, they gotta get it.
Yeah.
But I guess
It's not certain.
out of the other areas, I guess I don't know.
I don't think it matters in who owns it, or if it's more of the type of water it is as far as, I guess I don't know for sure either.
A lot of these borrow pits are filling up. I was surprised to see.
They're getting a little bit of material from Martin Marietta, some riprap, and, what the other thing? Some base, maybe?
Maybe some, yeah, granular sub-base, and maybe we come from Martin Marietta, and then what's coming from Washita? Is that the,
P-Rock and, but I think they also was requesting a haul road from there for, some of that was sub-based.
The intersection to 196 and D36, they pulled a bunch of that brush out of that. Really.
they're grinding that up today.
Oh, is that what they're doing with it? Is
Yeah.
grinding it? I wondered what they
They
do.
got some big piles.
Big
of
piles
crap
out there.
What the heck is that?
It's a heck of a machine that they got grinding that up.
So somebody will come in and haul that away then?
I would assume so.
Yeah,
They might use it for cover on seeding projects. and stuff.
After they pulled that away, they put that bank stuff that drove some posts with those bags. And looked good.
How many inches of concrete are they pulling? 8 inches?
9.5,
I think.
it was. 9.5
That's 9.5.
with 6 inches of granule underneath it, I think.
I'd have to look again.
Well, they're setting up their plan.
Our understanding is a mile from the D46 intersection and 196 a mile north and back to the west on some hostings around there. I think,
North side of the road, I think.
north side of the road, yeah. They're also stockpiling all the ground asphalt that they're grinding up right now on, is that on the south side?
Yeah, the southwest corner of that intersection, they pushed back the black dirt and they're
On hostings also.
stockpiling that there.
Good.
I don't think there's anything else. Well, we can look at that grade.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, we had to be concerned about that with the new road and not knowing for sure how much they're gonna lift that. We didn't want to.
Generally, they try not to go
I think
more than
it's-
2%.
Yeah, I think they
is-
stay with 2%.
is usually the standard for coming in and coming out. With that being a stop condition both ways, 2% is pretty reasonable as far as that goes, but we'll definitely look at it.
All right.
I know there's places going west, they're going at least past, there's an old cattle crossing in there, and then there's also a drainage pipe that comes across the road there from Elvers, or not him, Galvers, to the south side. And they're replacing, I think they're replacing both of those structures with one drainage pipe, I think, is what they're doing. I'd have to look again, so. I know they're replacing the road at least that far back. And they're going a similar distance on the east side too. So,
Excellent.
and I think, I was thinking on D36, our section of the road, they're replacing 9.5 inches thick deep. I'd have to,
I'm pretty sure they are.
can't remember if they're doing that on all of them or just on D36.
I think
They
all
really need to go about a mile and a half.
east.
Actually, the mile east of, or west of Lytton, that's kind of in the worst shape.
Getting to raise the road a little higher so they have to go a little further.
So we need to talk about paying you.
Yeah, I finally got all the language worked out. Calhoun board approved and signed my contract. I think it's the same thing that Scott had talked to you guys about and everything. So, but officially getting it done. So.
You guys want to go in it? How are things going?
Going well. Going well.
Excellent.
Trying to absorb as much as I can. And
You have to.
Friday, DOT does what they call new engineer training. And so Nicole Fox from DOT names will be up. What time was that?
9 o'clock, I
9
believe.
o'clock.
9 to noon.
On Friday, she'll be up, and then Brian Cadis, the local system engineer out of Sioux City, will be over here. And then they've also invited Paul Osman, Crawford County Engineer, since he's the Iowa County Engineers President this year. And then the district representative is Mark Nair out of Woodbury, and the alternate district rep is
Chuck.
Chuck Doll out of Osceola.
Yeah, I think it's Osceola.
So they're invited, but I guess I'm not sure whether they're all planning to attend or not. It'll be about a half day, 9 to noon, I think is what they're planning.
Crash course.
And then Friday afternoon, I assume you guys got that notice on that Region 5.
Will you be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I have to be at Webster City for second judicial, but I think I'll be back in time. I'll try and beat it back as quick as I can. I might be a few minutes late, but I'll be there.
There's gonna be in Des Moines landfill meetings.
I guess,
And that's at Conservation Center, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Region 12, you said Region 5, Region
Yes,
12.
It's Region 12, yeah.
I could have brought those along, I didn't think about that. They gave us the list of what the applications have been submitted.
I think they've got that list.
They got the list, okay.
We do?
You did.
Really? I mean, we got the notice, but I don't know that I've
The list
seen it.
was with that notice.
Really? You,
Sac County's got nothing
No.
in the projects this year, so.
so are we planning in the future? I mean, have you guys talked about what we might submit?
Well, we've got, Zach and I need to work on that. We had D15 west of Shaler submitted for 2000 and I'm going to say 17. I'd have to look again to be sure whether that's something Zach wants to leave at that year, or whether there's something else that needs the money worse. Basically, once we've got the money allocated to us, if we want to change projects, we just have to go through a revision to do that. If we want to do something else rather than that D15 project, so. But yeah, we're already in the queue, you might say, for money coming. I think in 2017.
When, I mean, I know you gotta prepare that in advance, and so I just wanted to ask if you had
People
something.
ask me where that money's gonna go, and
You're talking about the new tax?
The new gas.
New gas tax. Yeah, we'll try to, DOT has sent us an email too, wanting to make sure that as we develop projects that are gonna use that money, that we make sure that we let people know that that's where the money's going.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve Zach's contract.
I'll second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the contract with the Zach for the new engineer employment. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
I think that Region 12 being probably the most controversial thing will be where to spend some of the, what used to be enhancement money on what projects. A couple different towns have got some trail projects that they suggested. And I think Guthrie County, I think there was a project submitted to pave some trail crossing down there. That was good.
Do we have multiple copies of this?
Not yet, I was gonna make copies of that so that everyone had one. It's one original. But,
Okay. Curtis, do you want to see this before he carries it away?
Yes.
Everybody's saying that.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Mind if I see it? No, that's what I knew we didn't have one to keep, so,
Right.
but you'll get us one.
Bring upstairs and make a copy.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can do that.
okay, that's fine.
That way we don't have to worry about getting it back.
Yeah, well, now that everybody's signed, that is a good idea.
Thank you. Just that place for Jim on there.
Oh, was there?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that.
I'm down at the bottom.
Don't want Jim to feel left out.
Well, I thought maybe Judy could handle both.
I thought she signed for you.
Yeah. She didn't call this morning to tell me to sign, so.
I'll take the complete.
Anybody have any calls or concerns?
Frost is going out.
I met Jeff Scott on the new MD-59. And he called me last Thursday. I was coming back from the Region 12 meeting. He wanted to thank you guys for a smooth road because he was pulling the hydro tanks.
Oh. There, I was talking to one of the CPS guys, you know, down there, and you know, everybody was, and I understand. I mean, it always takes too long, but boy, they like it now.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept telling them, you know, when we would talk before, yeah, it's inconvenient, but boy, when it's done, it'll be.
When do you
nice
think
road.
196 will be done?
It's on what they call an accelerated schedule, and they're supposed to be done by the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. But
There's no calendar days or anything on the project. It's basically, that's their time to get it complete by.
So then there's penalty after that?
Yes.
So what happens if they get screwed in the weather?
I haven't looked at reviewed the contract documents. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure what the penalty is.
But there's no working day, so yeah, if it takes the raining,
That's my point.
I don't want that.
That's why I think they're gonna get after it. I mean, I think they're planning on working 6 days a week and keep on moving. 'Cause
Dina, we were talking earlier that it's the bridges are gonna be the holdup, that they'll get that dirt moved and, but the bridges might be concerning.
I mean, I think the rumors we've heard is that they'd be paving like in August. But, it all depends on what the rest of their schedule is and where they're at too.
Are there any new pilings? I mean, stuff that's gotta support the bridge? Are there any in the wall, I mean,
in the water
yeah, kinda like, well, like for example, on the new bridges on
on
the
20.
new Highway 20.
I don't think there was anything in the water, unless there could be in the north one, but I
guess I don't know.
They probably need to keep them out of there like the plague.
Well,
well, there's.
We don't wanna
They-
screw up the Topeka shine.
yeah, they realize they need to get them driven and be out of the water by April 15th, is it?
I think so.
Sometimes
Is it
they're
April?
shorter.
Yeah, that's just like
I think
trees.
it's
No,
May.
it's May.
It's May.
But even like the trees, they have to have trees down before April 1 because of the mats.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome again. Now you're official.
Now I'm official.
Yeah.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Also moved.
A second.
Then moved and seconded, we adjourn. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned. Thanks, everyone.